dumb question for you. If this truck was coming down the road at you, could you see it? Let's talk about that. So some might say, and I have to agree, that those lights actually might be a little bit on the bright side, being LEDs, but it's what the truck has, so I think that I can be seen. So what's this video about? I want to talk about snowplow drivers and some experiences I had just today. First off, I obviously am a truck driver. I haul propane for a living, and I travel all around the state of New York. So this evening in the dark, I was traveling up Route 8 State Highway in New Berlin, New York, and had a state plow truck pull out in front of me to the point of where I had to really get on the brakes, right, as hard as I could do it. He didn't much more than slow down for the stop sign coming off of Highway 80 to turn left to go north on 8. He just drove around the corner. Safety? I'd say not. And as he was traveling up the road, he was across the yellow line, across the white line. Was he tired? Was he on his phone, distracted in some other manner? I don't know, but very unsafe. So just a few miles up the road from there, maybe 5 miles, I was able to get around him in a passing zone because he was just doing preventative salting because the roads were wet and it was forecast to get down a little colder. They weren't plowing or anything, just some preventative maintenance on the road, which kudos to them. They were out working and trying to make the roads as safe as they possibly could, but I would ask that they would make their driving as safe as they could as well. So I get up the road another, 15, 20 miles. I'm between Bridgewater and Cassville. Babcock Hill Road, still on Route 8, Babcock Hill Road comes in from the right. I can see a bunch of flashing yellow lights ahead, so I slow down. I'm doing about 35. I can see now that there's a plow truck coming off of Babcock Hill Road and one that is stopped in the southbound lane signaling to turn onto Babcock Hill Road. I'm going to assume, and this is only an assumption, that they were Oneida County plow trucks, and the guy coming off of Babcock Hill Road waits and waits and waits and literally pulls right out in front of me, just like the other guy did. He was going across and heading south, so he cleared pretty quickly. However, when he did, he was about a foot in my lane coming around the corner. So I go off to the right a little bit onto, well, not necessarily onto the shoulder, but right to the white line, which I am very glad and thankful that I did, because the one sitting in the southbound lane, his plow was approximately 2 feet in my lane as he was waiting to turn. Again, what are we doing? What's up with the safety here? I mean, are these plow guys intentionally trying to cause problems, or I don't understand. So at this point, nerves are rattled a little bit here, because, not to say that I'm hauling anything dangerous, but 13,400 gallons of propane is not exactly as dangerous as hauling water, but, okay, jokes aside. But a while later, I'd had enough coffee, enough water to drink throughout the day, so I had to make a nature call, pull into Stewart's shops in Barneveld on Route 12. And a tangent aside, if you're looking for a convenience store and you see a Stewart's shops, probably the best chain of C-stores in the state of New York. They do an excellent job in their stores. So this particular one, there's room to pull off the road into the edge of their parking lot and right out their other exit. Or if that is taken, you can pull off onto the shoulder of the road. It's a very, very wide shoulder. Great place to pull a truck in if you want to go grab something to munch on, whatever. So I pulled off on the shoulder because there's 2 state plow trucks in the parking lot where the other place to pull off was. Safely parked, no issues whatsoever there. I hop out of my truck and walk around the front of the truck, around the edge of the snowbank. By now, the guys that were in those plow trucks had gotten in their trucks and they were going to leave the parking lot. So I'm on foot, and there was a pickup in front of the first plow. So he swings it out wide into the middle of the roadway, which isn't super wide, but anybody would do the same thing, you know. So I proceed to walk between his truck and the snowbank. I get about to the front of this truck, and again, remember, they're just doing salt maintenance. There's no snow on the road, anything like that. I get about to the front of his truck, and he drops his wing. It's got a right and left wing on this truck. He drops his left wing right on the edge of the snowbank, so I can't get by walking. I thought, well, that was kind of rude, but whatever. So I walk around in front of his truck. Now remember, there's a pickup in front of him, so the traffic is stopped. I'm not walking out in front of a truck or anything. So I walk around in front of him. As I'm about the middle of his truck in front of him, he drops the main plow. I get around to the right side. He drops his right wing, and he starts driving forward. I had about 3 feet between the edge of the wing and his snowbank, and he starts driving forward. Well, I obviously scurry out of the way, and I look over, and he's laughing. Funny. Really funny. If I'd slipped or whatever, and it was a little bit of slimy parking lot, if I'd slipped or whatever, he'd have plowed me right into the snowbank with that truck. I don't know who these municipalities are hiring for drivers, but this is unacceptable behavior. So, state of New York, this is unacceptable. I give a tremendous amount of credit to the men and women who are out there clearing snow, putting salt down for maintenance, that type of thing. You guys work a lot of hours. You work very hard. You do a great job, and I thank you for that. But for those of you who think this kind of thing is the way to do it, or the way whatever, come on. And don't say you didn't see me, because my headlights are bright. To the guy with the double wing, don't say you didn't see me, because just the dome lights in the truck, you can see the reflective here. You can see the reflective on my sleeve. The headlights on my truck reflecting off my jacket. Your headlights reflecting off my jacket. You know you saw me. You know you thought it was funny to almost kill me. We can do better. I just don't know what to think. Comment below if you've had similar type of things. I've seen on Facebook a couple of different posts by the New York State Department of Transportation saying, look out for snowplows, be safe around snowplows. I would say the same in return. Hey, snowplow guys, come on. It's unacceptable.